having been traumatized in childhood, when you are in uncertain situations, you're in situations where, or going into situations where you're uncertain about what's going to happen, you become anxious. When you become anxious, you automatically, because your nervous system is on high alert, you automatically look for ways to control. That's what I'm going to be talking about today. And I want to start with when I woke up this morning and lead into that because it kind of works perfectly that way. So when I woke up this morning, as soon as I woke up, I flipped on the light switch because I wanted to write down the dream that I had. And maybe I'll talk about that in a minute. But then after I wrote down the dream that I had in my journal, I meditated. And about 20 minutes into it, my guides put in my thoughts for me to write down all of the quotes and guidance that I had gotten as of late around being okay with the unknown and letting the unknown be in the driver's seat. So I did that. They guided me to put all of the quotes and guidance that I had gotten as of late onto one page. I've always been guided that way. Having a visual, I'm very visual, so having everything on one page helps me zoom in and be very committed and focused on being okay with the unknown. So, as soon as in the meditation, when that happened, those thoughts came in, I reached for my journal. When I reached for my journal, right beside the journal were my angel cards. I have a small set of 9 angel cards that I take everywhere with me. Everywhere. When I work, I take them to work. I carry them around in my purse. I have them beside my bed. So they were beside my bed. And when I reached for my journal this morning to write down my one-page list of quotes for unknown, 2 of the cards fell off the nightstand face up, and it was both the yes cards. They fell down face up, and I said, okay, that's definitely a sign. So what are we going to do? So I proceeded to make the list of all the quotes, and the one that I started out just a few minutes ago, this video with, which is, when you are anxious and uncertain, you automatically look for ways to control. That was one of the quotes that came to me in the last little while in my committedness, in my goal to learn how to be okay with not knowing how someone will respond, not knowing if the situation will stay smooth. And as a people pleaser, you worry about if people will like you or if people are going to like you. So all of these are unknowns, but I've gotten past those 3. But I still have some fear of the unknown, some need to know what's going to happen. So I plan. I'm a big planner. I've gotten better as of late since they've really shining the light on it for me. And I plan everything. I used to make longer to-do lists than I do now. And I went through a phase a few years ago where I said, I'm just going to stop making to-do lists. And I did. And that was a big deal because I used to make to-do lists for everything. Even at the beginning of the new year, when everybody's making resolutions, I would have like a full page and it would be an outline. And I would have a certain number of New Year's resolutions for each category. It was insane. But I was a big list maker, a big planner, making schedules, timelines. I did it all. I needed to know everything that was going to happen because I did live in high anxiety. And a lot of you listening to this do too. Here are some more of the quotes that I wrote down that have been coming into my experience to help me work with being okay with the unknown and letting the unknown be in the driver's seat. And this one says, let go of the desire to plan a lot of situations. Become comfortable with the flow of life. Let go of this planning pattern. Allow space for the unknown for a greater flow of synchronicity and unexpected wonder. And what they were talking about around that was if we spend all of our time planning everything, it reduces the available and it reduces our awareness of the synchronicities that are coming into our experience trying to show us things and which way to go and this and that. And it removes a lot of the unexpected wonder, like a child. That's where your innocence is, in the wonder, unexpected wonder. So allowing this unknown to drive will bring opportunity for more expansion. Continue to respond to what feels good. The second one is to connect to the divine, connect to Source, the Creator, God, connect to the unknown, honor yourself, witness your life, witness the divine, honor your gifts, and your whole life will change. So the last one is to be limitless, get out of your own way. And oh my goodness, it has taken me decades to do that, decades to learn how to get out of my own way. So that's why these two angel cards fell on the floor, yes, face up. It was confirmation from my guides how important these quotes about being okay with the unknown and letting the unknown be in the driver's seat are so important. They're important to all of us for our healing because you are not purposefully trying to be malicious and manipulating in your control, in your attempts to control, in your attempts to control how people feel and trying to manage everything and make sure everybody's okay. You are not being malicious. Your nervous system is trying to protect you. It was a survival strategy. I've talked about this in many other videos, but you learn how to communicate in an emotionally volatile environment so it doesn't feel safe for you not to know. But what I am guided to say here is that another way to begin to heal, instead of just jumping right in and forcing yourself to stop people pleasing, is to begin to calm your nervous system, show your nervous system that you will be okay if you don't know what's going to happen in this upcoming situation. Show your nervous system that even if you don't know how this person is going to react, if you don't manage their feelings and manage what happens around it, and you want to train your nervous system and your mental body that you are still okay in the unknown. And I know how hard it is. I'm not making light of it, but I'm just letting you know the importance that Source and my guides are putting on this for us to be okay with the unknown. Get out of our own way. When we try to control all of these situations, it just limits us. It holds us back from our true potential, our full potential. Real change is slow and steady. So slowly build a tolerance for being in the unknown. And your nervous system will slowly pick up on it each time that you go into something without having to know and control everything that's going to happen. Like I did in the dentist chair I talked about a couple days ago. Um, I didn't try to jump in and rescue someone by telling the dentist that his assistant did what he was suggesting that she do. I didn't try to jump in and save the assistant. I let them have their own conversation without interfering, and I knew that the assistant could hold her own experience. So, this is a short one today. And again, it's at night and I'm ready to go to bed. So, um, we are grateful for you. We see you. We honor you. And we trust you. And we love you. Blessed be. Talk to you again next time.